Thanks for joining us for CBN News Watch. I'm Mark Martin. Coming up today,
we all want this to be over.
President Biden lays out his plan to fight against the surge of Omicron cases.
COVID is spreading so rapidly. You notice it just happened almost overnight, just in the last month.
We will bring you the details. Plus, Attorney General-elect Jason Miyares is pledging to investigate Loudoun County schools and support parents speaking out at school board meetings.
Parents have every right, as long as they're not breaking the law, not making any physical threats of violence, you have every right to voice your displeasure to your elected leaders.
Heather Sells brings us this story. Then,
what's this?
It's a journal.
An award-winning book, A Journal for Jordan, is now a movie, and it hits theaters Christmas Day. We're talking to Denzel Washington, the director of the film.
To be given the opportunity to share that story with the world is an honor and a privilege.
All these stories and more are next.
This is CBN News Watch.
We begin this half hour with President Biden's plan to fight the COVID-19 Omicron variant. The strain is now the most dominant in the country and is expected to surge over the holidays. Charlene Aaron has more in our top story.
The president's strategy includes the deployment of military personnel to help overwhelmed hospitals, more federal testing sites, and free at-home testing kits to help control the spread of this highly transmissible variant. With millions traveling over the Christmas holiday, the president addressing the threat of the Omicron variant.
Because Omicron spreads so easily, we'll see some fully vaccinated people get COVID, potentially in large numbers. But these cases are highly unlikely to lead to serious illness.
However, the sheer number of cases is expected to put a huge burden on hospitals. Mr. Biden pointing out that vaccinations, including boosters, offer the best protection, warning the unvaccinated are putting their lives at risk.
And your choice can be the difference between life or death. I got my booster shot as soon as they were available. And just the other day, former President Trump announced he had gotten his booster shot. It may be one of the few things he and I agree on.
With Omicron now in all but one state, CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky highlighted concerns.
This is exactly the rate of rise that we've seen in other countries and what we are anticipating here. The virus doubles at a rate of somewhere around 1.5 to every 3 days. And so this is what we've been anticipating. This is what we've been preparing for.
In addition to sending military personnel to help overwhelmed hospitals, the president's plan includes tapping the national stockpile of masks, gloves, and ventilators, as well as increasing testing sites. This as long lines form in cities across the country, as many seek to get tested before the holiday.
Getting a rapid test today is the best way I can know whether I can see my family this week.
The plan also calls for distribution of 500 million free at-home rapid tests in January to any American who requests one. The president quickly reassuring the nation the rise in COVID cases is not the same as the dark days of last year.
This is not March of 2020. 200 million people are fully vaccinated. We're prepared. We know more. We just have to stay focused.
The FDA is expected to authorize pills to treat COVID by drug makers Pfizer and Merck soon. Meanwhile, Israel has announced plans for a fourth COVID shot to protect people over the age of 60, leading to questions that another round of boosters might be necessary. Charlene Aaron, CBN News.
California is requiring healthcare workers to get booster shots with the goal of making sure hospitals are prepared for a surge in cases. Governor Gavin Newsom plans to provide more details of his plan today. Right now, California has the lowest rate of hospitalizations due to the virus. Some 70% of Californians are fully vaccinated. Here's a quick look at some other stories making headlines in the CBN newsroom. The jury for the Kim Potter trial continues deliberations today. Yesterday, they asked the judge what they should do if they can't agree on verdicts. The judge instructed them to continue deliberating. Kim Potter is the Minnesota police officer who says she meant to use her taser instead of a gun that shot and killed 20-year-old Dante Wright. She's being charged with first and second-degree manslaughter. The National Hockey League made the decision to not send its players to the Beijing Olympics. According to the Associated Press, the league is withdrawing due to disruptions as a result of the coronavirus outbreak. More than 40 games are already postponed just this week in the league's regular season because of positive test results. Franklin Graham and Samaritan's Purse are serving a Christmas Eve lunch for Kentucky tornado survivors. Included with the meal is the traditional baked turkey and baked ham. Franklin Graham will share a message of hope and encouragement and will be joined by bluegrass and country music legend Ricky Skaggs. The lunch will be served at a local high school in that area. And for more information on this story, go to cbnnews.com. CBN is a global ministry reaching millions around the world, but we also believe in helping those in our own backyard. So we recently spread a little holiday cheer right here at home. Our Wendy Griffith has the story.
The spirit of Christmas is on full display here in Hampton Roads as CBN and Operation Blessing share the joy of the season with families in our local community, complete with food, gifts, and a lot of love.
It's come to show love and unity in this time of the year.
A choir of little angels and a live nativity. Just some of the highlights of Christmas at 34th Street, a CBN-sponsored outreach in Norfolk, an area the ministry has been serving for several years.
This is a very underserved community. The needs are great. And when we first started here, we did focus groups to find out what the needs were. So we try to meet those needs by having events just like this.
Cars lined the road for this drive-through gift and toy giveaway, which included a Superbook Christmas box filled with DVDs, toy figurines, and activity books for the whole family.
It's wonderful, to know that people love you and that they're in the neighborhood to help you.
Many warmed themselves with hot cider and fresh baked goods prepared by Operation Blessing volunteers. Pastor Nathan Butler of Victorious Living Church says the ministry is making a difference.
It's a great thing and it's a good thing. And yes, can't you feel the love of Jesus? Can't you feel it radiating? There's joy in my soul. Amen. And if just one person, if just one will look up and say, after all them people did, after all that effort, I see I'm going to come on trust God myself. Maybe he can do for me what he done for him.
That same support extending the next day into Portsmouth, with even the Grinch sharing in the festivities.
With the pandemic, food has been one of the needs in the community, and to have CBN here along with Operation Blessing, just to provide meals for the residents, it's a wonderful opportunity.
For many, the bags of groceries, which included a frozen turkey, as well as winter hats and gloves, came at just the right time.
I was struggling. I'm on my last $100 worth of EBT to put in my house. And that turkey, the presents, I ain't even had enough money for my son's presents. And they came through and blessed me. And blessed me, especially for hats, coats, gloves, everything. My kids needed all that.
As the holiday outreach wrapped, many were touched by the outpouring of generosity.
Y'all putting the effort to show us that y'all care about the people. So that means a lot to me, not people that look down or, who cares about them? Y'all actually care about us.
Wendy Griffith, CBN News.
Coming up, Virginia Attorney General-elect Jason Miyares plans to begin his term looking to protect parents' rights in educating their children. We'll have more next.
Watch breaking news, in-depth exclusive stories and programs from health to entertainment you won't find anywhere else. The CBN News Channel, a perspective you can trust. Enjoy credible news reporting from around the world. Discover inspiring programs and stories of hope, all in one place from a Christian perspective. The CBN News Channel, a perspective you can trust. To watch the CBN News Channel, download the app or visit cbnnewschannel.com.
Welcome back to NewsWatch. In January, Virginia will swear in the first Hispanic person to win statewide office. Attorney General-elect Jason Miyares is pledging to investigate Loudoun County schools and to protect parents' rights in educating their children. He also hopes to bring in more immigrants and working-class voters to the GOP so they can participate in what he calls the American miracle. Heather Sells has more.
On November 2nd, Republican lawmaker Jason Miyares beat Democrat powerhouse Mark Herring in a close contest that saw two very different worldviews facing off.
This election in Virginia was a lot of parents pushing back on a far-left liberal monopoly, saying, hey, enough is enough. We need some type of check and balance.
Miyares helped make up a statewide Republican sweep, with Glenn Youngkin defeating Democrat Terry McAuliffe for governor and Winsome Sears taking the lieutenant governor's office. Miyares points out that parents frustrated with schools during the pandemic helped make the difference. Now he's focused on supporting them.
In the Virginia Constitution, there is a right to an education, and the first step to that is if I'm a parent and I drop my child off at a school, I want to know above all else that they're going to be safe.
As Attorney General, one of his first priorities is a high-profile investigation of Loudoun County schools.
You have failed our students.
Where sexual assaults, allegedly by the same offender, took place on two campuses. School authorities initially denied any knowledge of the reports.
Now we turn out from internal emails and from Sheriff Chapman, they absolutely were aware of it. I want to make sure no future school board and no future superintendent in Loudoun ever makes the same mistakes they made in these situations.
Miyares wants to make sure parents know their rights per the Virginia Code and Constitution and will spell them out on his website. And given the controversy over raucous school board meetings, the incoming Attorney General supports parents who speak out at them.
Parents have every right, as long as they're not breaking the law, not making any physical threats of violence, you have every right to voice your displeasure to your elected leaders.
His leadership could thrust him into the national spotlight on this rapidly developing political issue. In September, the National School Board Association created a firestorm comparing vocal parents to domestic terrorists. Since then, the FBI has begun to track threats against school officials and board members, leaving the School Board Association in disarray. Axios reports that 17 state affiliates have now cut ties with the association and may even organize a competitor. Miyares also may emerge as a power player who brings new voters into the GOP. He envisions a diverse, working-class party that attracts immigrant families like his. In 1965, Miyares' mother fled Cuba and eventually brought the family to Virginia Beach, where Miyares still lives. He says many Latinos and others desire what his family also wanted.
They view the Republican Party as a party of opportunity, entrepreneurship, individual freedom, individual dignity, and they're attracted to it. I've always believed in practicing the politics of addition, not subtraction.
This immigrant outlook, combined with his faith, informs his outlook and policies.
Romans chapter 12 is the great guidebook for, I think, servant leadership. And it impacts so much of my worldview, which is the individual dignity of the person, that we are all created, imago Dei, the image of God.
And despite troubled times, Miyares holds a high view of the country, one that gives second chances to people from all backgrounds and is what he calls the American miracle. Heather Sells, CBN News.
Still ahead, the award-winning book, A Journal for Jordan, is now a movie, and it's hitting theaters this Christmas. We talk with Denzel Washington, the director of the film, who says it's an assignment from God. Stay with us.
Check out the CBN News Daily Rundown podcast each weekday with me, Caitlin Burke. Click on the show tab at cbnnews.com where you can listen and subscribe.
Thanks for staying with NewsWatch. An award-winning book is now being shared on the big screen. A Journal for Jordan opens in theaters Christmas Day. It's a real-life soldier story from Hollywood heavy hitters Denzel Washington and Michael B. Jordan. And Washington calls the project an assignment from God. He takes a seat in Studio 5 this week to share the love story with Ephraim Graham.
This American hero story takes us to Iraq in 2006, where a roadside bomb killed Army First Sergeant Charles Monroe King at 48, leaving his son Jordan without a father and his fiancée Dana Kennedy without the love of her life.
Jordan is pensive. He's an old soul. Up until about 2 weeks ago, he literally had not told anyone in his school about this.
This is the gift Jordan's dad left behind. It's the subject of his mom's Pulitzer Prize-winning book, A Journal for Jordan, first published in 2008, and now a movie.
What's this?
It's a journal, so you can write to your son.
What do I write?
Tell him who you are, what you believe in, and tell him you love him.
With Michael B. Jordan in the leading role and Denzel Washington in the director's chair.
Dear Jordan, the moment I met your mother, I knew she was the one.
He is not exactly my type.
When you try your best, but you don't succeed. And after some convincing, she fell for me too. I think you are beautiful.
Denzel, when Dana was asked about trusting you with this story, she said there were at least 3 reasons, and in this order. You were a Christian, you were a good family man, and you were the best at what you do. How does that make you feel?
God's in charge. I've been blessed. When you start there, then the sky's the limit.
Were there daily devotions as part of this project?
There were a couple of, not just devotionals, there's some pleas. What do we do now? But also, you know, there were great signs, subtle signs along the way. Like I remember, I would never oversleep. I'd always wake up, right? I just wake up, even no matter how much or how little sleep I got. You know, when you know where it comes from. There's a saying in boxing, a ton of confidence can be drowned by an ounce of doubt. But when God's in charge, you forget because you think you're in charge. So you're like, yeah, no, I'm gonna accomplish this by hard work. And then you look up, where am I? Yeah, you're by yourself. So, okay, let me get back on the bike. Okay, all right, let me start over.
Real love takes sacrifice. We can make this work. Then you came into our lives, and you were a blessing.
Dana, what inspired you to have your fiance, your son's father, keep a journal? I think you even describe it like he's writing in a journal while he's watching men die.
I was pregnant with Jordan and in a gift shop, picking a gift for a friend, and I saw journals, and I thought, what if something happens to him over there and he never has a chance to meet our son? Let me see if I can get him to put a few expressions of love to him on paper. And I had no idea that he would become obsessed with filling it up with all of these amazing life lessons. He wrote 200 pages, and he wrote to him about the power of prayer, about finding his wife, about how to treat a woman on a date, about sacrifice, everything. And when I received that journal, I fell in love with him at a deeper level.
Denzel, what about this story drew you to it, to stick it out so long? I mean, because it's been years and years in the making. What?
It's just beautiful. It's one of my favorite lines in the movie is she says, "That's what heroes do, baby." Mm-hmm. When the boy says, "Well, did he have to die to do it?" Well, that's what heroes. I mean, in this time that we live in with so much division and hatred and pettiness, and here's a real love story with a real hero that really loves his woman and really loves his son, and makes the ultimate sacrifice for his country. And I just wanted to be a part of that. I not only respected it and admired it, but to be given the opportunity to share that story with the world is an honor and a privilege. And obviously, it was an assignment from God and for me.
How come you barely ever talk about him? I think about him all the time.
Always be courageous in everything you do, but never be afraid to cry. I pray I don't run out of time. I love you.
Looks like a powerful movie. You can catch Studio 5 with Ephraim Graham on the CBN News Channel tonight at 8:30 Eastern. And we'll be right back after this.
Prophecy thousands of years old,
We were called to be a light to the world.
being fulfilled today. Discover how. Get to life. Call 1-800-700-7000.
We consider it our duty to reach out and help others around the world.
For a gift of $10 or more, you can own the acclaimed CBN documentary To Life. Just call 1-800-700-7000 or log on to cbn.com.
To treat a human, no matter what he is, which religious he have, which color he is. This is what I'm doing.
See how the people of Israel are fulfilling prophecy
History is being written, and I want to be a part of it.
by sharing their knowledge
In Africa, in Asia, in South America, in East Europe.
and their love.
This is how we work. This is us.
Get to life. Call 1-800-700-7000 or log on to cbn.com.
Santa Claus and his team of elves swam with the sharks at Rio de Janeiro's Aqua Rio Marine Aquarium. Families watched as the divers in festive costumes fed sharks, fish, and rays in the attraction's 3.5 million liter seawater tank. The Santa dive became a Christmas tradition since the aquarium opened in 2016. Here in the U.S., loads of toys, shoes, and clothes filled this gym at Moss Middle School in Bowling Green, Kentucky, all for a special Santa's workshop. Victims of this month's tornado that hit that area were welcome to shop the pop-up, taking up to 5 items each. It was the work of Warren County libraries, schools, the local Walmart, and a community organization from Mississippi showing up on their own with a trailer full of toys, making sure every kid has something special this Christmas. That's great, and that's going to do it for this edition of CBN News Watch. Remember, you can find more of our news programs on the CBN News Channel anytime or online with CBN News. Also, tell us what you think about the stories you've seen by emailing newswatch@cbn.com. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.